As unlikely as it sounds, we are back again for a part 2 of what I thought was going to be a dud of a video, or at least one of the dumbest videos on my channel, the 1 hour yap session. But due to genuinely the highest demand out of any video or series on my channel, we're back again with a part 2. So yeah, this one is for you guys. It looks like I'm going to be continuing this series, which is mind-blowing, but I do really like getting to sit down and kind of talk to you guys, and hopefully we can really grow this series and kind of have some like Q&As, and you know what I'm saying. I feel like that's a good way to kind of start this video off, is the future of my channel and the future of these kind of videos. But I still got to kind of finish up the intro. This video hopefully will help you guys study, relax, give you something to do, help you fall asleep, whatever you use this video for, because apparently people use this video for all sorts of things. So yeah, let's get into the hour of yapping. And no, this is not clickbait. I genuinely am going to yap for an hour, just like the last video, and I guess the video is coming after this. This is absolutely unreal. So yeah, let's get straight into the yapping, which I guess I've already been yapping, but now let's get into the actual like substance of the video. So as you can see, I've kind of, if you watched the last one, the mic's in a different spot. I think the audio was a little bit cooked because my PC is actually pretty loud, even when it's just kind of running in the background. So I moved the mic closer to my face, and then I'm just going to turn the volume down, and it should drown out the sound of the PC running, because it sounds like what's it called? A rocket ship. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. It is pretty late at night when I'm recording this, but that's genuinely the only time that I have to sit down for an hour, is just staying up past my bedtime to talk to myself for an hour. But I mean, technically I'm talking to you guys, but I mean, no one's actually responding until I read the comments. So for a while it is just me talking to myself. But yeah, I just kind of want to start off this video, talk about where the channel is headed. So I have not really had a lot of success on YouTube in my maybe 3-4 years of this channel. My best video to this date is a 10-minute yapping session. A 10-minute yapping session, you heard that correctly. That is my best video, with 21,000 views, I believe, and nothing has even come close. I don't know if I've crossed into the 10K in any other video. That is the first one. And that was an incredibly simple video. It required no editing, it required no planning, no thumbnail really. I mean, it took me like 2 minutes to make the thumbnail. I mean, it genuinely was probably the least amount of effort I put into a video, other than maybe some of the like ones where the video is like 30 seconds long and it's just like a joke. But yeah, that video took absolutely nothing to make, and here it is as my most popular video. So, you know, that's real great. But it's not about what actually, you know, I put into the video necessarily. It's more like how everybody responded to it. And that's kind of what inspired me to do the 1 hour yapping session. Was I look at the comments and people were like, yeah, this video is amazing, it helped me fall asleep, or it helped me finish my homework, this helps me study, this helps me calm down, this was a nice just kind of break from the day. And I was like, is that what this is for? Because it really wasn't what I was planning when I first made that video. I kind of made that video as a joke, because that was around the time when the word yap was like first conceived, which is so weird to say that a word was conceived, but I mean, in meme land, that's kind of how things go. That was kind of when the term yapping kind of became like a trend, a meme, whatever. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna capitalize it. I'm gonna make a video where I just yap, ha ha ha. Because there was this guy, I forgot what his name was on TikTok, but he had this like big clock around his neck, and he would like yap, and that was like his whole shtick. Is people would be like, do a yapping session for 3 minutes, and he's like, okay, and it's like, do a yapping session for 10 minutes, do it for an hour, do it for 10 hours, and whatever. And he'd do it, and he'd like speed it up, and he'd just talk about nonsense for forever. Sorry, y'all, coming in. Ugh. It is very late, but like I said, that kind of gave me some inspiration for it, and it was meant to be like the full-length YouTube video version of what he was doing. But, you know, my own kind of spin on it, not just yapping to yap, but like actually say things, like just kind of talk, which is kind of bizarre, because that's kind of what some people's channels are. It's just mine was like packaged different, it was sold different, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like how like two different brands can sell the same thing. Like mine had the spin where it was like, this is a yapping session. This isn't a podcast. This isn't a commentary video. This is yapping, and people seem to love it. I mean, there are plenty of other things you could use to go to sleep with, to study with, to help you calm down. But the fact that people were choosing my video for that was amazing, and I loved it. And so that is what led me to making the hour version. Now, there were actually two kind of factors that led me to making the hour version, or I guess three. It was the comments, because the comments on that 10-minute yap session were amazing, and I'd never seen so many positive and just really wholesome comments. Like those were wholesome comments. It was kind of unbelievable. As well as, just seeing all the support from people, it really helped. And what else? What's the second reason? I already forgot. I had it all laid out in my head. Let's see, comments, and then, oh yeah, obviously the success of the video. I was like, ooh, okay, we can capitalize on this. And thirdly was kind of a Mr. Beast style. Is, I was like, well, maybe a good way to blow up would be to do a Mr. Beast style video where it's like so obscure, out there, and difficult, no one else would be willing to do it, and it's gonna like look crazy on the title. Like, what's more impressive? You see two videos. You see 10-minute yap session and 1 hour yap session. I mean, that's 6 times the length, and that's a big difference, right? I mean, sitting and talking to yourself for an hour is a lot more impressive than sitting and talking to yourself for 10 minutes. Trust me, I would know, because I recorded the 1 hour yap session 3 times. So it actually took me 3 hours to make that video. It might have actually taken me 4. I might have recorded it 4. I think it was just 3, but I could be wrong. I think I said it in the original 1 hour yap session, how many times it took me to record that. I believe it's 3. But yeah, I'm not going to go into that again just in case you've seen the first one. But essentially, for those that don't know, I recorded that yap session 3 times on 3 separate occasions because my mic was bugging. I just got a new headset because the other one, someone broke it, and then my dad got a new one and he goofed up the settings and it swapped the mic to the headset mic. But if you notice, this headset does not have a mic and it doesn't have a spot for a mic, so it was using a mic that didn't exist, nor was possible. I don't know why this headset has a mic input in the computer settings. I don't know. That's not my expertise though, so I could be wrong on why that's a thing. But yeah, I did that, and then I switched it back, and then it auto switched it back when I redid it. And so I had basically just spent 2 hours yapping, and none of the audio was picked up. So I was stuck with absolutely nothing. And then I had the I don't know what it was, the ambition, the drive to do it a 3rd time. Some might call me crazy, because doing the same thing 3 times and expecting a different outcome is genuinely the definition of insanity. I mean, anything you do over and over again expecting a different outcome is insanity. But I mean, that's basically my entire YouTube channel, so welcome to my world. So I guess I am insane, but I'll take it because it means that I have drive, I guess, some might say. But yeah, that is what led me to making that 1 hour yap session. That's kind of the process behind it. And that video tanked. For so long, that video tanked. I was so sad. I mean, you know how sad I was? I spent 3 hours on that video just talking to myself. I mean, these genuinely are kind of mentally draining to film. Or this one doesn't feel as bad already, because I feel like this will do decently well because the other ones have. And, I know at least someone will get use out of it. But, like, I was scared that video was going to get like 20 views and I was just going to end up empty-handed after 3 hours of just talking to myself. And that I was very scared of that, but I was willing to take the risk, and it definitely was worth it, because the comments on that video are unlike anything I've ever seen on any of my videos. Anything I've ever seen really in YouTube in general. I've never seen that positive of a comment section on social media. I mean, there are, the people playing into the joke like, oh, bro's the mayor of Yappersville, or bro really can yap, or like, yap, what's blood waffling about, like that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously you're going to get those, and those are funny. I do appreciate those and enjoy those. I try to read through all those. I'm going to start trying to respond to comments more, because I've been very, very busy lately. But here this last week, I've kind of been able to lock in on YouTube with all my school stuff finishing, which we'll get into that in a little bit later in this video. But yeah, it's kind of been nice to get back into the YouTube swing of things, because my brother has moved into this room. You can see the TV back there. He has his Xbox connected to that, which means I cannot record between any of the waking hours of the day of which he is awake, because he's in here playing Xbox 24/7. As long as he is awake, he's down on the Xbox and he screams, and there's just genuinely no way I could sit down for an hour and talk. So I either have to like hope that he leaves the house or just stay up past his bedtime. And I haven't really been able to do that with my schedule recently, so it is nice to kind of get back to it now. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. I've waited a very, very long time to have an hour of free time, and today we finally have it, and that's why I'm here. Between sports and school and tests and every single activity and club in the book, trips, just everything, I had zero time to sit down and just talk for an hour. So it is kind of nice to do that, and it is kind of nice to get back into the YouTube thing. This past week, I've really tried to hit it hard on the YouTube because I think I can do it. Seeing the Yap session succeed has really given me that drive and that motivation to kind of get back into it, because it is really demotivating when you post for like 4 months straight and not a single video gets above 1,000 views. I mean, I can't remember the last time I posted a video that got above 1,000 views. I think it was the 1 hour Yap session. It's just really demotivating to see how much hard work goes into those videos and just get nothing from it. It is quite sad. There's not a lot of worse feelings than putting 8 hours into a video and it getting 32 views, but it is what it is. And I've just tried everything in the book, man. I've tried everything. You can look through my videos. You don't have to watch them all, because some of them are not good. Some of the ones where I tried something new, I understand why they didn't do well. They suck, and I'm gonna admit that. I'll admit some of my videos do suck. I do plan at some point to kind of go through and clean them up, but for the time being, I think any of them that are up there are at least watchable and at least provide some form of value, unless I'm forgetting one. But I think I did take down a couple of videos that I just genuinely couldn't stand being on my channel, and some of them I put on members only, so you have to be a paid member to my channel, which that's somewhere in the description if you're interested in that. I never mentioned that that's a thing, but if you want to see some of these videos that didn't do well, some of them on there are actually pretty good. I had one that was cool where I made like a TikTok account and tried to go TikTok famous again, because I do have a TikTok account with 170,000 followers, so I was like, well, can I do it again if I do something different? And that's what I tried to do. So yeah, that video is available only for members, because it did like terrible. It genuinely had like 5 views in a month, so I just deleted it. Or not deleted it, but I put it on members only, so you have to be a member to see it. There's also this goofy one that was like Shades of Pink tier list, like stuff like that. Just videos where I'm like, I'm not sure if they landed, and or for such a small like demographic or audience, that I was like, okay, I don't know if I should delete it, but I'll at least put it on members only. So if someone's like really curious and has genuinely watched every single Mr. Truck Mode video and just wants more content, then that's the only way to get it, because I don't want any person of the public eyes witnessing it. But if it was genuinely that bad, it would have been deleted, and I have deleted some of those before. I think Garden Band video, for the 5 of you that know about that one, it might have had 14 views. So for the 14 of you that know about that one, yeah, that one is gone. Long gone. That was, I forgot what it was. I had my I used Streamlabs to record and stream and stuff, and I had it on a setting for another video I filmed where like cropped the screen, and so I didn't have face cam in it, and it zoomed in because I had it zoomed in for another video I was making, like I said, and it had cropped it out. So then I had to like readjust it. It was like really zoomed in and blurry, and there were no like edges. It was just the middle of the screen, and my mic was messed up. It was genuinely unwatchable. I have no idea why I thought that was a good idea to post, because it wasn't. And shocker, it had a terrible retention rate and terrible everything. I mean, I hated that video. I hated the game. I mean, Garten of Banban was genuinely the worst game I've ever played, but that video was the worst video I've ever created. So it evens out. I don't even think I definitely deleted that. That is not on the members only. No one will ever get to see that. But I don't know if I want to go on a tangent about that game or just keep talking about what I'm talking about. I'm trying to figure that out. That's kind of why I'm sitting here debating, because that game was genuinely, I mean, okay, we'll go on a little bit of tangent of the game after I get a little sippy of water. So Garten of Bam Bam, if you don't know, is a horror game that basically looks like it was made by a toddler, which is convenient because it does take place in a daycare, I believe, a kindergarten. That's why it's called Garten of Bam Bam. And it's like got these weird mascot creatures. It's basically mascot horror, but like the cheapest and laziest version. So they basically took like Five Nights at Freddy's, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Poppy Playtime, and just like smashed it into this like corporate sludge that's just like such a clear cash grab. I mean, the game design is terrible. The graphics are like pre-made assets, and you can tell, and they're terrible. And the gameplay is horrific. It's buggy. It's clunky. The puzzles are stupid. They're not fun. None of the gameplay mechanics are redeemable. None of the characters are redeemable. It's soulless, terrible, boring. Genuinely the worst game I've ever played. It actually, like, it wasn't even like so bad that it was funny, like something like Hello Neighbor. But like, no, this was genuinely terrible. And then they literally like sell you merch at the very start, and then they give you like a 30-minute tech demo for the first game, and then they make you buy like 30 more episodes. There's like like what, 14 or something. There's so many. I don't know. I lost interest in it literally the second I started playing it. So all I remember is it trying to sell me the second one after I about threw my computer out the window after playing the first one because of how aggravatingly bad it was. Yeah, there were some awful mechanics in that game. But yeah, I posted that because I mean, in reality, if I had filmed that right, that could have been a decent video because I feel like my reaction was pretty funny to playing it. But I goofed it up. The format was awful. I don't know why I posted that. I feel like it's because I spent so long on that game and so long recording it. I didn't want to give it up. And that was my problem, is I was so desperate for any sort of content that I just posted it. Now I do actually like think before I post, or at least like kind of review the content. And like obviously I'm gonna post this unless I goof up the mic thing again. But I did check, which, you know, I checked on the first 3 times I did the yap session, the 1-hour yap session a while ago. I did check the mic at least like 3 times before, and it worked, and I recorded like a little, you know, testing 1, 2, 3 thing, and it sounded good. So, you know, fingers crossed. I'm not, I almost did post the 1-hour yap session, but just like the footage where it's me just like my mouth moving, but there's no words coming out of it because the audio's not there, because it's using a mic that doesn't exist instead of this nice studio mic right here that you can see on the screen that I decided to move closer. It actually, I think it kind of ups the setup. I don't know. And not like ups the setup like technically, of course it does. I've had this mic for years. It's fantastic. I think it's the Yeti Blue Nano, or Blue Yeti Nano, however you want to phrase it. And then we got a filter thingy. I don't know. I just know you're supposed to have it. I think it like makes the P's and the T's and the S's sound good. I don't know. I just know you're supposed to have it. I should know. I mean, I'm pretty dang sure that's what that's for, unless I'm just stupid. What was I even talking about? I know I was ranting about Garten of Ban Ban, but then I just kind of went off on like a tangent. I need to actually talk about something valuable instead of just like obsessing over if I'm right or not about the mic being in frame. Anyways, yeah, that was my kind of whole shtick on Garten of Ban Ban, shtick on terrible videos. Yeah, so again, they're on the members only. I did have a member at one point. I only had one member because obviously I'm not a huge YouTuber. Maybe after this video I will be. But I did have a member for a month. It was pretty sick. I don't know if they even watched the videos that were on members only, to be honest, because it was during a live stream where he joined the membership. So that was cool. I do want to get back to live streaming. I might start live streaming these yap sessions. I did think about that. I kind of thought about doing it the first time. My only problem with live streaming the yap sessions is until I have a big enough fan base. The people that watch the live streams are also going to be the same people that are first to the videos. And if the people watch the entire live stream, and they're also, you know, those same people that are first to the videos, they're not going to watch the yap session again. Like, no one's going to listen to this same 1-hour speech after they already watched it live. Like, that's just not going to happen. So I'm not going to do that. Maybe, I don't know. I'll think about it. If I get bigger to where I'll have like enough people to actually like watch the live and then watch the video, then I'll do it. But in the meantime, until then, if I'm staying at this size, then there's just no way I'm going to be able to do that. But it is on the horizon. I am thinking about it. Anyways, let's move on to school and kind of how things are going in my life. This might be, it just depends on your cup of tea or whatever. This might be more interesting than the last segment. I'm gonna keep switching it up throughout there, but this is one that I wanted to talk about. One of those main points I told myself beforehand I was going to talk about. I said I was going to segue into it earlier. But yeah, I'm at the end of my senior year of high school. My birthday's coming up in what day is it? Because my birthday's on the 9th of May. We got 5 days till my birthday at the time of what's it called, recording this video. And yeah, I'll be 18. I'm a little bit of a late bloomer. Oh no, that's not the word. No, like I have a late birthday, whatever. I'll be one of the last people, but that means I'll have kind of like, I don't know, adult privileges. It's kind of sick. And we're at the end. Man, I got like, what, 3 days left? Something like that? Well, I don't know. We got graduation coming up in the next week, turning 18. You know, life is kind of coming to a weird point. And it does feel weird, but YouTube is genuinely the only thing that I've had stay throughout my life, so kind of talking to this now doesn't feel as weird. But the second I hop off this mic, I'm going to be like, man, I'm almost done with school, and like, what the heck am I going to do? But I am going to college next year. I'll have the whole summer to keep doing this, and hopefully this goes well throughout the summer, which I'll kind of talk about my little dilemma in a sec. But I hope, essentially, that YouTube does well enough that I can justify doing it in college. Because once I get to college, things are going to go crazy mode. Because I'm not going to have a lot of time. I mean, I'm totally excited for it, right? But I can't justify what I'm doing right now in college is what I'm afraid of. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I'm pretty dang sure. Because I have not been able to justify that because I've been so busy. I don't have time to sit down for an hour and yap for 62 cents. Which that's not how much I made from the other videos. I'm not going to say how much I made from the other videos, obviously, but it's like a risk, right? Like, I feel like talking for an hour for what I got from the videos was worth it, like monetary wise. Now comment section wise, it was worth it. Like, if I had infinite time, I'd do this all the time. I do this every day, but I don't have infinite time is the problem. So then I have to factor in, well, obviously the comments make me very happy. So if I have time like this, I'm going to take that risk, you know, because I like seeing how much these videos help people in ways that, you know, I would have never expected. And that really is the joy of this job, some might say. But man, why did I just lose my train of thought? I'm supposed to be an expert at this, but I'm not. No, I am the expert. Gotta have confidence. Use my brain. Anyways, I have to justify doing that in college, I feel like, because if I'm busy and I'm not, you know, I don't have any free time, like that free time that I do have is either going to go to an actual job that pays me money, because I'm going to need money in college. You know, I'm going to need gas, I'm going to need food, I'm going to need stuff, supplies, you know, I'm going to live on my own, so I'm going to need my own things. And if I'm not making money, then there's just no way to survive that. I mean, there's no way around it, right? Unless your parents are like millionaires, billionaires, like trust fund, like you're just not going to be able to do that without some form of income. So I'm going to have to get a job, and that's going to be my free time, and then I'm not going to have time for this. But here's the thing that I was kind of talking about earlier, that trade-off. If I do turn this into like a reliable source of income, and I do turn this into a job, then I can keep doing it and I can justify doing it. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I don't work. I just you know, an hour every couple of days, I come sit down and I just talk on the mic to a camera. Yeah, I make money from it, and that's what I do. I give them a little cheese, a little grin. I probably won't even tell them that. I'll just say like, oh yeah, I have a job somewhere. But like that's what I want to do, right? Is be able to justify doing it, because obviously I love doing this, but you know what I'm saying, there comes a point where you can't. And I won't talk about this too much more because I did, touch on that quite a bit in the first Yap session. But for the people that haven't seen it or forgot, I just kind of want to reiterate it, kind of the situation. So when I reference the situation, that's kind of what I mean, is that sense of, can I justify doing this? And I really want to, but can I? And that's kind of what I mean with over this summer. I'm going to try and get to that point to where I 100% could justify it. Because I, at this moment, am 90% sure this video will do well. But there's that 10% of unpredictableness, and it's probably more than that. I don't know. YouTube's so unpredictable. I've had so many videos where I thought we're going to do numbers and did absolutely terrible. And, I've tried so many things thinking that one of them will land. And I think only like 2 different ideas have landed. Maybe 3. I think 3 in my entire YouTube career kind of ideas have landed. And the biggest one being the Yap sessions. So that's why I'm like, well, I'm back at this again. It should work. But what if it doesn't? Because there's no way to tell, right? YouTube, out of my 4 or 5 years, I know I said 3 or 4 earlier, but I did have another channel before this one where I posted Fortnite and Minecraft videos. YouTube's just full of unpredictableness, and it's just trying to master that and kind of see the patterns, see where things are going. I mean, heck, I do so much studying and analyzing. Like, I go through my analytics all the time. I'm looking up what's the top search terms for my videos, the view durations, what parts people watch, which thumbnails work better. I'm constantly changing titles, thumbnails, seeing which works better, looking at watch times of different videos, and like what's better for a video, the click-through rate or the watch time. I found that it's, for me, the click-through rate, which is quite funny because some of my videos, well, it's not even correlated, actually. It's just the more people that come across the video. It's actually quite funny because I have 100,000 impressions on my Yap session, but the view duration is only like 2 minutes. The click-through rate is 20%, which is huge. Actually, I think that one's like 17%. The 1 hour Yap session has some of the best stats I've had on a video. It's like 5-minute view duration, a 20% click-through rate, and that has like 6K views. But I've had videos pull above 20% click-through rate. That means over 1 in 5 people that see the video are clicking on it off their full page of YouTube videos. Like, that's a huge number. I don't know what Mr. Beast is. I know his will be lower because his goes to a lot more people's screens, but man, that's a huge number. And then, like, I've had view durations go up to the 8 minutes, the 9 minutes, the 12 minutes. Those videos are terrible. Like, I will have almost everyone that sees the video on their page click on it and watch it all the way through. So I'll have the first 10 people to see it do that, and then YouTube will just not show it to anyone else. Like, that's what I'm saying when I mean the unpredictableness is I try so hard to figure out this algorithm, try to find out what works, try to find out what the methods and the meta is. But there's always just things that don't make sense and that throw it off, and I can't figure out what those things are, or what's that missing piece that makes this not make sense. Like, why did this video that has tremendously better stats than everything else do terrible? Like, why does this have 12 views? The stats on this are like genuinely like tear what's the word, like brings a tear to my eye because how beautiful they are, and the video did absolutely terrible. I don't know, I can't explain it. I wish I could. That's what I'm hoping to figure out, and I got all summer to do it, and I've been trying to for years, but now we have the summer, which is awesome. I keep mentioning, now we have the summer because I've been waiting for this for so long. Between all my clubs and my sports and my trips that I go on for school, just having this time is just not possible. I mean, my upload schedule's been the least it's been in years because genuinely I've had a consistent, like, once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, kind of just like, at least, like, I'd say like maybe like 8 videos a month or so or more for 4 years. I mean, I just posted so much, but here recently in this second semester of my last year of high school, it's just been so slow. And it's also been because I've been very demotivated, because anytime I do find time, I'll throw everything aside and be like, all right, we're going to make a YouTube video. And then it does terrible. And it's very, very demotivating, especially when that happens like 20 times in a row, which has. Haven't had a good video since the Yap session, but lo and behold, that's why we're here, isn't it? Lovely, lovely, lovely. So I am excited to do this, but we are also almost to the halfway mark, which, just kind of shows you how tough these videos are to make, because I do feel a little bit, not necessarily winded, but like mentally, like, I feel like we've been here a while, but we still have half to go. We still have more things to talk about. We still have more things to yap about. Let me get a little quick sippy sip, because my throat is kind of killing me now. My mouth always is sore after these because I normally don't sit and talk for an hour straight. My brain is also like will be like mush, so I will definitely go to bed after this. It also is late, but yeah. Okay, next topic. What do we want to do next? What can we yap about for a while? Let's talk about. So we did YouTube, we did graduation, kind of talked about like future plans, going to college, justifying doing YouTube, future things for the channel. Here we go. Well, we'll do a little bit of that real quick. It won't take too long. But essentially, I've been thinking about making the Yap sessions my main center of content. I haven't found another series, another type of content, another anything on this channel that works. I know the Yap sessions work. I know people like the Yap sessions, and it fills a void that no one else does. Like, it sets me apart. If I do reaction content, I'm the same as 3 billion other people. If I do meme videos, I'm the same as 3 billion other people. If I do gaming, I'm the same as 3 billion other people. This fills a void that no one else really fills, and not a lot of other people are going to be willing to do. And if I do it, I'll be the originator, right? So it's kind of like, I feel like making this a series. And you guys can leave a comment down below if you're still listening, which apparently there are still people that listen to this. So shout out to you guys who are still listening that didn't just watch the first 10 seconds and then skip to the last 10 seconds to see if it's real. Shout out to you guys. I did find out. Okay, I keep trailing off, but last video I put a little code word kind of near the end of the video to see how many people actually listened to the whole thing. There were a shocking amount of people that listened to the whole thing, and I didn't make the video expecting people to be passively like listening to it, and there were so many people that watched that whole video, and it blew my mind. I mean, it was awesome to see that there were genuinely that many people that listened to me talk for an hour about just whatever comes to my mind. It was really cool. And so I don't know, I might do that again this video. You can get your comment hearted or liked or responded to, you never know. But yeah, it is cool to see that people listen to the end. What was I even talking about? I went into that point. Oh yeah, making it a series. Apparently people really enjoy it, so I was like, well, if it's filling a void that people enjoy, I'm getting, good views, good comments, good reception, I'm making a difference in this world, then I'm like, can I not just keep doing that? And now that I have more time, I can take that risk, right? Because I talked a little bit earlier about, risk management. It's like, well, is it worth doing this? If I have 30 minutes of spare time in a week, can I somehow turn that into an hour and make this worth that time? And finally, I have enough kind of time-ish to do that, to where it won't be as big a risk, where I'm just like, well, if this flops, it flops, I've got, this is a weekend, I've got all my finals done, I've got everything ready to graduate. I might as well just, instead of laying in bed for an hour, just do this for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of one of those things that's like, well, I don't have anything better to do, might as well, right? I've done things all day, might as well just stay up an hour past my time I was supposed to lay down and just, get this done. No harm, no foul. So, and now that I have time, I'm like, I can make this a series. You guys let me know down in the comments. Jeez, I can't speak sometimes, even though this is literally my job, basically. But would you guys listen to a weekly series? Or here, let me phrase it like this. I'm going to ask some questions. I might put that on a community post too. But I'm going to try and think of what I want to ask here. And it's like, would you rather see 6 10-minute yap sessions throughout a week? So every day, Monday through Saturday, have a 10-minute yap session each day about some topic, and then on the Sunday, all the episodes, all the 10-minute yap sessions will be combined into a 60-minute one, an hour one. So each 6 of the 10 minutes will be 60 minutes, so that's an hour. We can combine them all together, so if you have a longer study session that you need one continuous video for, it'll just be all of those. So if you just want background noise, that'll be the way to do it. Or would you guys rather me do 1 hour long one a week or 2 hour long ones a week? So if I do the no 10-minute yapping sessions, then I could probably do 2 a week maybe. would you rather have 2 hour-long yap sessions a week, or 6 10-minute ones, and then one hour one, which is just the 10-minute ones combined? So it just depends on how you guys use these videos, because if you just want like background noise for sleeping, for studying, that's great. Hold on, oh man, I need a drink. Then I bet the 10-minute ones will be better. But if you guys want like actual stuff to listen to and like kind of understand what I'm saying and hear me out, you know, I think the 2 hour-long sessions will be better. But you guys just let me know down in the comments which one you would prefer. If you do answer it in the comments, I will genuinely take your response like very not only like, not like seriously. I mean, obviously I'm going to take it seriously, but like it will be impactful, because I don't think there will be that many people that are 35 minutes into the video that will leave a comment. So if you do have an opinion, please share it down below, because I will take your opinion into very heavy consideration. I mean, if you're commenting and you've made it this far into the video, your opinion very does much matter, because you're like the life bone of this channel at this point. So, and it's gonna impact the direction I go. Not only is your say gonna help you, it's also gonna help me. So it's like a win-win. It's like, what do you want more? What's gonna help you best? Because that's gonna help me decide what I want to do and what I need to do. That's gonna help me grow. So it is a nice little you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of situation going on here. So that's kind of the direction of the channel I was hoping to go towards. You guys just let me know which one you'd like to see, but I'd be fine with doing any, because it is kind of cool just to talk about stuff. And then, you know, there'll be not necessarily topics like this, talking about future and stuff. We just talk about a TV show I like, or like just kind of casual, chill conversations where you can just kind of like, after you get home from school or work, you just sit down, have a little snack, listen to a 10-minute yap session, or like maybe one night while you're going to bed, falling asleep, you just want to hear some guy talk about, you know, his favorite TV show, or a cool restaurant he ate at, or a trip, or a funny experience, something like that, you know, kind of like my Taco John's story. Since that Taco John's video doesn't have a lot of views, I might put it on my members only, and then at some point in one of my yap sessions, I'll probably just retell the entire story, because that is a good 15-minute story that I can use to fill up time if I don't have something to talk about in a week. And it's not, the video's tanking, and it doesn't really fit with the rest of my channel. I mean, having a random story time in there is kind of odd, so I might just put that on the members only. The members only just helps me kind of clear up, like when you like click on my page and look at my videos, it helps clear up the videos you see, unless you're a member. But the members aren't going to be everybody, so anybody just coming to my channel for the first time is not going to see these random 12 view videos with a terrible thumbnail and like topic or whatever. Which the Taco John's video is great. I think it's one of my funniest ones. I'm surprised it didn't do at least a little bit better, but I don't know. YouTube's full of unpredictableness, as I've said. So essentially, that is something that I'm probably going to put on the members only. It'll also be a nice incentive, because that is a good video. But that's what I'm saying. Not all the videos that I put on the members only are scrapped videos or trashed videos. They're just videos that don't really fit the vibe of the channel, that I don't want people to see. Unless you actually like the channel, in which you will like the videos. Except for the Shades of Pink tier list. I have that on my members only. I don't think it's actually a very great video, but it's like 4 minutes, and it might be funny. I don't really know. I don't know why that one's still on there, but I figured I'd keep it on there just for the giggles, because it is kind of a funny concept of a video. If you know the Is It Pink meme, then that's what that is. Kinda, it's like a satirical take on that. It's not actually like the bad version, but it is just literally a Shades of Pink tier list. It's stupid. Oh man, dude, the yapping, it kind of gets to you, dude. Your throat gets dry, your mouth gets dry, mouth gets sore. I don't mean to sound like a complainer, because I'm literally just sitting in a chair talking to myself for an hour. You got people out in the coal mines and the factories doing hard labor, and I'm here complaining, oh, my mouth hurts, my throat dry. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure theirs probably is too. That was an interesting comparison. So I do like the lights on my headset. I know that's kind of random. I do kind of like the old headset better, but you know, beggars can't be choosers when it literally gets ripped out of your PC and it breaks the freaking aux cord spot. What's it called? Aux plug spot. Like, what's the little hole that you plug the thing into your computer? I guess just the aux. Yeah, it snapped that off. So now we needed this headset because it's a USB one, and it works. It's not got as good a sound quality, but it works, I guess. And it has that weird mic problem where it thinks that I'm using a mic that's not actually like real. It doesn't exist. I just think that's so funny. I mean, I test ran that video like 3 times. I recorded myself. I tested the mic. I made sure everything was good, and it still messed up. And then I did it again. It tricked me again. I thought I was in the clear. I thought this was gonna be okay. We're brave. We're doing a redo, and then it doesn't work again. I mean, you should have seen the look on my face, which I'm glad you didn't. But the sheer depression that was on my face when I opened up that file to put in my editing software, and it was just my mouth moving with no sound. I look like my dog just got like blown to pieces. It was tragic, and I wish no other human being goes through that. If you make YouTube videos and that's ever happened to you, then you know what I'm talking about. I mean, there's just not a worse feeling than realizing everything you just did meant nothing. But hey, that's most of the videos I post, is put in a lot of work, and then 2 people see it, and then maybe sometimes we'll get a comment. I will say the comments do keep me kind of motivated, because if I had the views that I get with no comments, I would have quit a long time ago. I'm gonna be completely honest, because seeing that it genuinely makes no difference in the world, you know how sucky that is, putting in like all this work and, you know, hoping to entertain people, and then just you don't. Like, you put in like 8 hours a video, you put in 30 hours a week on YouTube, you're editing these thumbnails, these videos, you're talking to yourself, you're scripting this stuff out, you're researching, you're writing algorithmic stuff, and then just nobody cares, nobody sees it. You get no views, no money, no people, no likes, no comments, no subscribes. You know how sad that is? At least I got one thing from there, you know, I got comments, and it really does keep me going. I mean, I think tonight I'm just going to kind of try to respond to as many comments as I can, because I have been slacking on reading the comments. My apologies. I am bad at reading comments. I used to be great at it, but ever since the Yap session started doing well, it's actually gotten to so many comments that I don't respond to them anymore, because there's so many. But I am tonight. I think I'm going to go try to respond to as many as possible. So if you comment on this video, I will most likely be responding to you, especially if you're early. I'm going to keep on it. I gotta tell myself I need to respond to comments, but then I'm like, well, I think I'm quitting YouTube, because I have thought about quitting YouTube. I won't let myself do it, but I have thought about it. So I'm like, well, I'm quitting YouTube. There's no reason to reply to this comment, but I do read them. I do read most of them. So if you comment something, I will most likely see it eventually. It might take a business day, but I will see it. But hold me accountable. I will be trying to read and respond to comments, at least like them or thumbs them up or give the little heart thing, especially if it's very nice and cool. I don't know if I've ever gotten a hate comment that's not like a joke. Oh no, I have gotten hate comments. Never mind, I take that back. Why did I just say I don't think I've gotten a hate comment? That was stupid. I've gotten a hate comment on basically every platform where it's possible. So why did I say that? That was the dumbest thing I've ever said. Like, full knowing that I've gotten hate comments. I actually find hate comments more funny than anything most of the time. I'm trying to remember. I think it was the Temu video where I had some crazy hate comments, some Temu meat riders that were just on me. That was the fun. I even made, I think, a video talking about the hate comments and making fun of the hate comments. That was a good video. I wonder if I have that on the members only. I think I might have deleted it, because it did really, really bad, but it was really, really funny. I don't remember. Wait, no, it didn't do as bad as I thought. It got like 100 views. I didn't delete it or anything. I'm pretty dang sure it's still up. But that was a good video. See, that's the kind of content I really wanted to make, but it would do terrible every single time. So we didn't make it anymore. That's what I was talking about, where it's like, you get no real rewards except for the comments. The comments on that video are great. That's what I'm saying. The comments on a lot of my videos are fantastic. Like, people say I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. They say I'm about to be the next Mr. Beast within the next 2 years. Like, I had some guy come and say here's what I say when I say I see the comments, but I just don't respond sometimes. I don't know why I have a bad tendency recently of just not responding to comments. I think it's just because I thought about giving up, but I am going to try. As I've said about 100 times in the last 5 minutes. Guys say there was going to be like 100K subs in like the next 2 years or something. And, it was really sweet. That was really nice. I really did appreciate that. And I hope so, man. I hope to actually get there a little bit sooner. But, that's just me. That's just me being a little overzealous. But I do really, I can't even stress this enough. I appreciate the comments. It does really keep me going, especially when, nothing else on the channel is going right. But the Yap Sessions, I think, is like the shining beacon of hope that I've been looking for. That magical, what's it called? The solution to all my problems. The fountain of youth. The magical treasure. I don't know how many more analogies I can make. I think the Yap Sessions is my lucky landing. Not lucky landing at the Fortnite place. The Fortnite POI. That's not entirely what I meant. But I think that's my big break. I think that's what we've settled on. And I'm so completely fine with that because these are quite fun. It doesn't require me to really edit it, which is something that editing is kind of like one of those love-hate relationships where it's like I like editing, but at the same time it is very time-consuming and very meticulous. And sometimes I will get carried away with it and spend way too long on it. But I am glad I don't really have to edit these. That is a nice thing. Because, man, editing is just a whole nother beast. I mean, and not even a Mr. Beast. Oh my gosh, Mr. Beast editors, I pray for them every day. That is a brutal job. Man, the amount of editing that goes into there is insane. I have so much respect for them because I know the process of editing and I know how difficult it is and I know what it takes. And good grief, there's got to be at least 50 of them on that team. I also don't have like Adobe Premiere Pro or anything. I have a free software, which is absolutely great. If they want to do a sponsor, DaVinci Resolve, if you're watching for some reason, I will do a sponsorship. I'm not going to get into the details on it because I'll save that for if you want to sponsor. I will be actually setting up a sponsorship email. If for some reason there is a brand that is 47 minutes into this video, when I'm 18, I will be setting up a sponsorship email for brands to contact me. I'm not going to become like a crazy sellout, but maybe during the Yap Sessions, if I get a product that's like actually good or like a game that's actually good, I'll talk about it for like a minute or so. I feel like that is a good way to like incorporate brand products and allow some revenue to come in here, because I know it'll be better than the AdSense, and be able to continue doing this series and justify it. Because if I can justify it, man, I can do this for forever, right? Like if I can justify making even like $50 from one of these things, like I do this all the time, because I mean that's a decent salary right there. I mean that is nice. That would justify spending an hour talking to myself every single time. So that's kind of where I want to get, and I feel like it's possible. I feel like that's possible, which is why I'm going for it. And this, I think, is the closest I've been to achieving some level of success on YouTube. I feel like I'm close. I feel like I've been close before, but every time it slipped away. When I reacted to the AI President series, I was close, but it slipped away. The meme reviews, I was close, but it slipped away. This is the one that hasn't quite slipped away yet, because I have not made a 1 hour Yap Session 2. I was actually scared to make this video because I figured putting a 2 in the title would actually decrease the viewers. You know what I'm saying? Because 1 hour Yap Session is a much better title than 1 hour Yap Session 2. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what to title this or what to spin it as. I might just try that and just hope it works. I think it will. But I did have some doubts and some fears about what that would do in terms of like the actual appeal of the video. But if I turn it into a series, I could do like Yap Session Episode 3, 1 hour Yap Session Episode 4. I might do that. If I make a third one, I might do that. But I might just do it to start. I might just rename the original Episode 1 and rename this one Episode 2 or Part 2. I'm not really sure what I want to do. Probably not Part 2, because then you're not going to watch Part 11 because you missed the first 10. So we'll probably do Episode. Make this like a bi-weekly series. Which, what I talked about earlier. You guys leave a comment of which one you would prefer. We do, because I'm kind of open to either one. They both sound pretty good. I've been thinking about that for ever since I made that 1 hour yap session, and well, not ever since I made it, ever since it started doing well, I've been thinking about which one of those two options. Those have been the two options that I've been sitting on and thinking about, but I haven't been able to make the decision. And it just kind of clicked with me today. I'm like, why don't I let the actual people who watch my videos decide that? Like, if I can't make the decision, if I'm struggling, how about I have the people that actually are going to affect the outcome of the decision? Why don't they decide? Because that would be the best thing. I'm like, duh. Always leave it up to the fans. I mean, you guys are the only reason I'm here. So, obviously, if you guys can have some say on something, I'm going to let you have some say on something. You know, we're kind of like a big family, right? That sounded a little cringy, but, you know, I mean it. I do appreciate it. This is the only thing that's been consistent, you know, throughout my life. And, well, not consistent, but it's been there. It has been there. This microphone, this camera, well, I didn't always have the microphone or the camera. I was doing YouTube with a crappy headset mic and no camera and freaking Google Slides. Oh my gosh, I used to make Fortnite montages, and my first ever video, I didn't have an editing software. I went on this online like video editing thing, and you just insert a bunch of clips and it makes a montage. You don't even get to pick your own music. Put like some default music in the background. Oh man, it was so bad. It was like it was like a PowerPoint presentation, and there were like a little transitions between the clips. It was so bad. Yeah, that was my first video. Real proud of it. First YouTube video ever. Yeah, no. I did feature on someone else's YouTube channel as a kid. I hope to uncover that video one day. I don't think it will be possible because I genuinely have tried to find this video for years. I mean, this goes back to like 4th grade. It was called Live on the Bus. And it was me and my friend. We were on the bus, and it was... Wait, I just realized this is like a full circle moment. We just talked. We were on the bus, and we just recorded ourselves talking for a couple minutes. Have I really gone full circle? My first ever presence on YouTube is circled back to modern day now, and I'm about to graduate. I was in like 1st grade, and now I'm a graduating senior, and my first presence on YouTube is the same thing as my present. That's so crazy. I never even thought about that. I'm gonna have to mention that. Wait, that's no, I can't find the video though. I mean, it's a legendary video in my eyes, but we've looked for it for years and had no success. I think he took it down because his mom made him take it down. And I don't think he has the original anywhere, and if it's on something, it's on a device that is no longer it no longer exists. It's in a waste management plant somewhere. So yeah, there's no way we're gonna be able to find that, but it was out there. Maybe one of those Internet Archive things will let us go to it. I doubt it. I don't know how I'm supposed to find it, but maybe one day I'll try looking for it again, because I have not had success in the past. It would be kind of fun to do a video kind of talking about that, or like just upload it on here for giggles, whatever. If anything, I just want to see it. Yeah, that was my first presence on YouTube, and I had always wanted to be a YouTuber, but I wasn't allowed to post my first YouTube video until I think it was 8th grade year. Yeah, I've been doing YouTube for about 4 or 5 years. It was like, I think it was COVID. It was during COVID, so it was my 8th grade year. It was 2020 was COVID. It's 2024 currently. So I've been doing YouTube for that long. That was my old channel. I did Fortnite and Minecraft. It started out as Fortnite montages, then I became like a Fortnite meme YouTuber where I would do like challenges and stuff. And then I moved into Minecraft thinking that I could succeed better in there with like Bed Wars and commentary and stuff, and then like challenges, but I sucked at Bed Wars. That did absolutely terrible, and then my channel just basically died from there, and so I just gave up on it. And then I created my TikTok account, which is the same name as this YouTube channel, Mr. _ Truck Mode, and I grew that to 170,000 followers, and then I fell off on that platform. I might have mentioned it in the last Yap session how that kind of happened, but I basically got screwed over trying to sign up for the Creator Fund when I was under 18. I used my parents' information, and it was all completely valid, and something just like went wrong in their thing. They verified the age or whatever via like credit card or whatever, because obviously you can't have a credit card until you're 18, and it charged the credit card like a penny and gave it back or whatever. And then whenever I went to the next step, it said invalid ID, but we never submitted an ID. We chose the credit card option instead, and then we basically got banned from forever. And then they banned me from going live and all that stuff, and they wouldn't let me apply for the creator fund again. And literally ever since then, my views have been terrible on TikTok. I have not had a single good video on TikTok since. But also, another testament to this, it might not be that. It might be that TikTok is moving towards 1+ minute videos. This is the thing that really grinds my gears, is TikTok becoming a long form platform. That is so incredibly stupid, because if I want to watch a long form video, I'm coming to YouTube. I'm not watching it on TikTok. I'm fine with like the 1 minute skits or whatever. I think 1 minute's a good mark, but I don't think they should be prioritizing 1 minute videos over 15 seconds. As a creator, we get this insider information. They have openly said that they are pushing 1 minute videos more than the 15-second ones. They said that they'll get more views, you'll get more money from it. They're giving monetary incentives, they're giving like promotional incentives where they'll promote your video more. I mean, they're telling you, we will boost your video if it's over a minute. If not, we're not giving it any help. Which I'm like, okay, I don't need help. Well, apparently they haven't explicitly said this, but if you think about it, if the 1 minute videos are taking priority over everything, what's going to happen to the other videos? It's going to push those out. And all the videos I made on my TikTok were like 15 seconds or less. So guess what happens when I try to do the same content nowadays? It does terrible. I actually lose followers. I've lost almost 10,000 followers since the big kick me out of the, or not kick me out, but barred me from the creator fund incident. And the 1 minute videos thing, I've lost about 10,000 followers because it will show almost nobody the videos, and I just kind of gave up posting. I mean, there's no point to post. I'll go through like spurts of like a week where I'll like post every day or something, or post like twice a day, and then they'll get like 200 views, and I'll just be like, why am I doing this again? Like, I have to make over 1 minute videos to succeed on this platform, so why am I even wasting my time making these 15-second videos? Because I'm spending like 30 minutes on them, and they're getting 200 views, and I'm not even part of the creator fund, so I'm not even getting paid. Why am I doing this? Why did I do this in the first place? I've been skimmed over $3,000 from TikTok because they barred me from that creator fund, and they refused to pay me. So why am I helping them out? And it's kind of more of a revolting against TikTok. I keep trying to post just to keep up my status, saying like, hey, I'm a TikToker, I post, because I don't want to have like an account with 170k followers and last posted 3 months ago. But at the very least, I can at least say, you know, I'm a famous TikToker, I have lots of followers. But that's about the only thing that has ever done for me, and it really hasn't done a whole lot. People just find it cool, and that's it. But which is his own cool thing. But I hate TikTok so much, man. I've become an Instagram Reels fan, and I've always been a plain YouTube video fan. That's its own thing. I've always loved YouTube. That's why I wanted to be a YouTuber so bad, is because I looked up to these guys a lot. I watched a lot of YouTube in my youth, and I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, and that's what I'm still continuing to do in my age of almost 18 years old for 4 or 5 years straight. Still here, still kicking. Yeah, TikTok's just a mess right now. Honestly, if the Congress bans it, it is what it is. Now, the only thing I am scared about is I will not have a large following on any platform anymore, because I only have like 2.5K on YouTube. So I won't have like a big following on any platform anymore. So that is a little scary. But the whole reason I started this YouTube channel is because the TikTok did well, and obviously I always wanted to be a YouTuber. It just so happened that the platform that I blew up on was TikTok, a different platform, and I tried to convert that over, but it just didn't work. I mean, the content I make on TikTok and YouTube is just so different, it just doesn't work, right? And I would so much rather be doing YouTube content. It's so much more meaningful than making these crappy meme videos off of certain trends and being stupid. It's just so much better to do this, and so much more respectable. And YouTube is genuinely great. The support is great. The people, the audience is great. The commenters, the YouTube like technical support team is fantastic. TikTok once left me on delivered for 6 months before sending me an email on a problem that I had, and they literally just told me the same thing that I asked them in the first place, and they didn't solve anything, and it took them 6 months to respond, and they never responded again. So yeah, they're terrible. There's my little I hate TikTok rant right there. I love YouTube, and that's not just me trying to get brownie points so they push this video in the algorithm. I genuinely do really like this platform, and I hope to stay on it and become a nice little big little figure on there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helped you in some way. Comment down below what you use these videos for. Also, the keyword for this video is Cornwallis. Comment Cornwallis. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.